Microsoft has revealed how well PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds has sold in the first 48 hours, as well as a new promotion for the Xbox One X. What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. And as always, before we get started, make sure you check out my previous video where I went in depth and detailed the November NPD. Sony won, Microsoft came in second, Switch third. We talked about the top 20 games, so Call of Duty's the top selling game for 2017. Make sure you check out that video when you have the time. I really would appreciate it. But this video is going to be about PUBG, and now that I've played the game, I'm approaching 30 hours played, and yes, I'm thinking about maybe including it in my Game of the Year top 10. Definitely not anywhere close to the top 5, but maybe in the number 10 slot, because despite the issues the game does have, frame rate, you know, how it looks, popping, sluggish controls and stuff, I'm still 30 hours in, and I'm having so much fun playing with my friends, chasing after those chicken dinners and top 10 finishes. So I might have to like reevaluate my top 10 list, but that video will come later on in the month. This video is about how well PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is doing on the Xbox. Now, a lot of people, myself included, were wondering if the Battle Royale genre would take off on the Xbox or consoles in general, like it has on the PC. We know it's really exploded on the PC. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is up to like 24 million sold just on Steam alone. And people were curious if that would translate over to console. And Fortnite has done pretty well for itself, not only on Xbox, but on PlayStation 4 as well. Well, now we get some information that, yeah, console gamers really are after that Battle Royale experience. From a news posting on Xbox Newswire, they announced that PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, Xbox fan excitement for the launch has been incredible, with more than 1 million players on Xbox One in the first 48 hours alone. So the first 2 days of the game has been out in game preview. It already hit 1 million basically people playing. Now, of course, that's not necessarily 1 million sold, although it probably is at this point, because you can game share on the Xbox where like I have the game and someone else can play it. I did notice that it was doing extremely well because I rarely play solo. I think I played 2 matches solo and I was ranked like 750,000 so in just the North American server. So I knew the game was being picked up and being played. And it probably wound up being the biggest selling kind of exclusive for Xbox, even though it's not really exclusive since it's on PC. But you get what I'm saying, right? It's probably going to do way better than Halo Wars 2, definitely better than Voodoo Vince and, what was the other game? Phantom Dust. Will it outsell Forza Motorsport 7? Yeah, probably at this point. I could see PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds on Xbox outselling Forza Motorsport 7, even though Forza Motorsport 7 is kind of a long leg type of game. You know, it sells over time, but I think PUBG's got it. And then Super Lucky's Tale. So I think this is the game that's going to sell the most, you know, as an Xbox game this year. Well, 2017 wasn't a great year, but I mean, 1 million in 48 hours, you can't really dog those numbers. Those are incredibly impressive, and it's going to keep on going because Microsoft has decided to have a special promotion. So for those of you who haven't picked up an Xbox One X or haven't picked up PUBG, they are bundling it with the Xbox One itself. So today, in celebration of PUBG coming to the hottest console this season, we're excited to announce a special holiday promotion where every Xbox One X purchase will come with a copy of PUBG. That means you can join in on the game's biggest phenomenon and jump right into the ultimate Battle Royale experience on Xbox One. This promotion is available in select regions for a limited time starting December 17th through the 31st. For more information, please check your local retailer, right? So, yeah, I mean, this is kind of what people wanted originally when the Xbox One X came out. Was some people wanted a game to go along with their system. It was a $500 system, didn't come with any games, and here we are a month later, and they are going to bundle PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds with the system. I mean, I already can kind of tell what people are going to say. You're bundling PUBG, a game preview game with the X, and it doesn't really run the best on the X as it is, but it's a game preview game. But it's a free game. If you are on the fence and you want an X and haven't decided to get one yet, I'm not sure this would necessarily push you over the edge, because, I mean, PUBG is only a $30 game and it's in early access, but a free game is a free game nonetheless. And I'm sure there's probably a couple people in here be like, Rain, I thought you were going to stop making PUBG videos. And the thing was, yeah, I wasn't going to make any more until I actually played the game, which I now have. So, and I thought this was interesting news. I'm sure some people out there haven't seen it, that PUBG is doing extremely well on the Xbox. 1 million copies sold in what it basically is 2 days. So who knows how that translate out. Will the kind of negative press it's received online about how it runs and how it looks and how it controls, will that affect its sales potential on the Xbox One? It seems not to have affected it in the first 2 hours. Microsoft has really marketed this game like a true console, a true exclusive, more so than any of their other games this year. And there's some talk that maybe they shouldn't have because of how poorly it runs on the systems. And, we've talked about on whether on the Xbox 2 or other podcasts I've been guested on that, hey, you know what? We give Microsoft a little bit of, crap here and there when they don't advertise their games like they should, right? And then when they finally get a game like PUBG that is a PC phenomenon, we kind of, critique them for maybe advertising it more than they should because it's not... I think a lot of people don't understand what game preview is. I can imagine there are people, younger gamers going to the store, seeing it on store shelves, thinking, oh, I've heard a lot about this game, I'm going to play it, but then are kind of disappointed by how it runs, or parents buying it for their kids this holiday because this game preview game actually has a retail version. So, I mean, there is that discussion to be had about Microsoft treating this, what is essentially like a AA indie title, as a AAA game that just doesn't run well. But then at the same time, it's like, well, you have this huge game. It's 24 million sold. There's clearly a huge audience for it. You might as well treat it like it deserves to be treated. Give it the treatment. And it seems like so far, at least it works. 1 million in 48 hours is incredibly impressive. Who knows? I mean, by the end of 2017, this game could be at 3 million, 2 million. I mean, who knows what the lifetime sales for PUBG could end up being just on Xbox. We already know it's 24 million on PC. What if it sells another 5 million copies on Xbox? That's over 30 million, if it stops selling just on PC. I mean, PUBG is going to be the biggest selling game of the year. And I don't think anybody said that, when 2017 started. Hell, nobody mentioned that, would say that in 2016. But it is what it is. I mean, it's a fun game that is kind of plagued right now by some issues. I'm still having a great time playing it. I still get on, and it's like I'm right into a party with my friends, and we're squadding up, chasing after those chicken dinners. It is what it is. And I do think that it is interesting, though, that they are bundling it with the system. After selling the system by itself for a month, now they're, for 2 weeks, at least up to the lead up of Christmas, you can get the game. And I wonder if that's just always been in the plans as a marketing thing. It was like, hey, $500, you get this game. Or maybe have sales of the X tapered off a little bit since, November, where you obviously had the pre-orders and people hyped up on it. Is this kind of trying to keep momentum going for the system? I mean, it's a $500 system. There are cheaper options. You can get the S for around $200-ish. You can get a PlayStation if you want for around $200-ish. So I'm kind of curious if this means that the system is starting to see a little bit decline in sales velocity. Which is bound to happen. At least you expected it to happen sometime in January, February, when the sales really drop off the face of a cliff, and a $500 system might have trouble selling. It'd be interesting to see. I'm kind of curious if this was always part of the plan to do, or if this was kind of like an extra added oomph to try to get more sales for the X by bundling a game with it, because people wanted that in the beginning, and they complained a little bit about that. But anyways, guys, good news. PUBG, millions sold, 2 days. Who knows what it's going to get to? Is it 2 million by the end of the year? 3 million by the end of the year? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see and find out. And it is being bundled with the X, so if you're still on the lookout for the X, make sure you buy it then and get the game. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel for more content. Hit that notification bell so you're always notified when I do drop said new content. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.